Michelle.
Welcome back to Mallet and Michelle on Dripping Springs, the podcast where we talk about small town charm, big time drama, and whatever ridiculous thing Steve is training for this week.
I don't run because I want to. I run because I feel like people are chasing me.
Well, I run late. That's what I do.
That's what you do.
I run late for sure.
Actually, I am. We're training to go back to the Grand Canyon and do rim to rim to rim in one day, which is just a wonderful thing. It's like a spiritual experience. One of the hardest things I've ever done.
Yeah, that is hard.
That sounds fun to you, doesn't it?
That just sounds like a lot of fun.
Hey, our guest today is going to be Joan Daniels. She's a life coach, I think, or business coach.
Yes, Dream Catalyst.
Dream Catalyst is her company.
She has a podcast and she's on YouTube, so we're always about supporting others that are living out their dreams.
That's right. That's right. A fellow podcaster.
We need to thank our sponsors, Nomic Power Solutions.
Backup power generation, Jovi Belterra.
55 and up.
Yes, live your best life at Jovi Belterra.
I can't live there yet.
Not yet, I can.
I could visit there, but I can't live there yet.
I could live there in a heartbeat. They have some fun stuff.
And South Star Bank, and happy birthday, Mr. Gibbs, our favorite rodeo clown.
He's awesome, and he's 52, so happy birthday, Brett.
Oh, yeah, you got to speak up. Happy birthday, Gibbs.
Yeah.
There you go.
Turn up your hearing aids.
True, and...
Mallet Integrity Team.
Mallet Integrity Team Real Estate.
Rockin' real estate since 2003.
You know, I saw something in the news, people have been talking about it a lot, that all federal employees have had to list...
Yeah, how can you not hear about that? Everybody's talking about
the
it.
5 things that they did last week, right?
Yes.
And the outrage that people are going forth that I'm infuriated that they're asking me what I did. And, you know, there are days when you say, one of my least favorite things you say to me is, Michelle, what are you working on today? And
oh, God, geez, because I say that like 5 times a day.
What are you working on today?
What are you working on?
What are you working on today?
I say that out of, it's not out of, I got to keep my thumb on you. It's out of...
I probably do have to keep your thumb
No. It's out of prioritizing what we're working on and making sure that what you're working on is the most important thing that I think it needs to be going on. Because I give you a ton of things to do, and they're not all as equally as important, right?
And I love it when you're out of the office sometimes because I get so much done. Well, because you have a very bad habit of, if I'm working on something, you pepper me with stuff, and I'm like, and I love it. When I first started working here, there was this whole spiel with Keller Williams, and they were like, you can't multitask. And I'm like, that is straight up coming from a man, because women can multitask 100%. And it's exactly how my brain works. So if you pepper me, I can stop. Hopefully, I can stop where I am and I can continue the task on. You can't.
It is a bad habit of mine. I catch myself all the time. I'm like, I can't, and I know what happens. This is what happens in my head. Oh, that's important. We can't forget that. If I let this go for about 10 seconds, I'll forget. Let me tell Michelle, write it down, and then it'll actually get done.
I will write it down. Okay, so I thought what I was going to do, I was going to tell you the 5 things that I did last week. Okay. So Monday, I staged, which is,
Yeah.
I also went to one of our vacant properties and I flushed poopies down the toilet, because I don't know why, if you're going to open house and you have a small child and you let them use the restroom, flush the frickin' toilet.
Double check, please. Nobody wants to come in the house and find that.
It's just crazy. We went and checked on a new large property that we have listed right now.
Yep.
Okay, so that was Monday, and then with a lot of...
That was all one day.
That was one day. Tuesday, we didn't have a podcast because our guest had...
Pushed out till Friday. Rob McClellan.
We did our monologue. No, did we do it? I don't remember if we did that, but I promoted Jason Isaac. I worked on these info packets for my real estate. I did a box brownie edit. I called around for rehearsal dinner places for you. I opened title on new project, and then I scheduled pictures. So that was Tuesday. Wednesday, it was one of my best friend's
crazy.
birthday. You were out with your car, because I also had to write when you're out on my calendar, so I know. So this is the day I got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And your dad had a doctor's appointment. I opened title on another property. I worked on some DSE stuff, and then I went to dinner at Jack Allen's.
Wow.
And I always say when you're out of town, when you're out of the office, like the disco ball falls. But there was no frolicking that happened on that day. Thursday, we had a property tour, and that was crazy. We had a great property tour. We have a lot of new members with Dripping Springs Elite.
Yeah,
so
that was one of the funnest tours we've ever had.
And Jovi provided lunch for us, which was wonderful. I paid some MIT bills. You know, your Outlook article, I looked that over.
Which you should look for. It's in your mailbox.
True. I did more info packets and social media, of course. And then Friday, I
can't even remember what we did Friday.
I did a marketing meeting. I ran a marketing meeting.
That's right. You did. Yeah.
You had a really busy
I was there,
day.
but you ran it.
I did. We did the podcast with Rob, who was being released
that's
today.
right.
I did digital property profiles. I worked on more social media. I had more info packets, and then DSC, and then I went to Dallas. And then
remember, and that was when we were getting the sleeting, cold, icy rain.
Yeah. So that was last week.
You know what? And as overwhelming as that sounds, I think there's about twice as much stuff as that you forgot.
I know
that you did.
That was just the stuff that I wrote down. That was kind of on my calendar,
most days now I have a running to-do list that I keep electronically, and most of the time it'll have 7, 8 things on it. In the last couple of weeks, it's had 20, 25 things on it that I have to get done. You know, and it's like text this person, call that person, send that. You know, it's those kind of things. But they're all things that need to be done, and you have to focus your brain on them for a second.
Yeah.
God, man.
And if you would use TickTick.
Yes, TickTick is what would we call that? A shared to-do list.
Yes. I am a person that I like things written down as well, but it is nice to be able to check things off your list.
Yeah. Sort of piggybacking on that, have you ever wondered about, we have this National Day calendar, and it seems like every day there's a day. It's like National Balloon Day or National Bagel Day, or there's a whole bunch of them.
All that stuff is kind of made up, right? Who does the National Day?
Original guy, his name is Marlo Anderson, and he's been doing this since 2013. He's made a whole career out of it. I can't remember the name of the company. He's the one that came up with this national calendar, and most of them are just obviously completely made up. They're really just short-term marketing pitches. There's I think we should add a couple if he hasn't had them. But what are you looking at?
Today is National Clam
Chowder Day. See? Yeah.
And National Chocolate Nut Covered Day.
Yeah, I have a bunch here. But here you go. Where is it at? They have this was a big thing. They get 30,000 submissions a year from people saying this should be a holiday. So I'm going to propose a couple here that I have off the top of my head. National Feed Your Podcaster Day.
Oh, okay. Well, that's always on Tuesday. We go to Pigpen.
Tip Your Realtor Day.
Oh, Tip Your Realtor Day.
Yeah, how about this one?
What about Tip Your Realtor's Assistant Day?
Yes. Well, that would go along with National Don't Feed Michelle Coffee Day.
Oh, yeah, don't. Do not. I'm like a gremlin. Do not give me coffee.
Yeah. How about National Laugh at a Cybertruck Owner Day?
You know what? One of our guests coming in is going to have a Cybertruck, and I have like a whole list of questions about it.
Oh, gosh, geez. Yeah. I cannot help. I literally laugh out loud when I see those. I feel bad because those guys probably, and it's all guys. You ever seen a woman in a Cybertruck?
I know. I
think they're all guys. But I feel kind of bad because they're probably really proud of them. But you just look like such a dork in a Cybertruck.
Don't listen, future guests, don't listen to this podcast.
Yeah, that's right. And then how about National Buy Michelle a New Car Day?
Oh,
So I'm going to send those in. Yes,
Thank you.
Those will be submitted before you know it.
Can we have a GoFundMe for National Michelle New Car Day. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to pay off the rest of my remodel.
You should. But here, I'll give you a couple that are actually national things. National Bagel Day, National Strawberry Ice Cream Day, National Hat Day, National Kombucha Day.
Do you like kombucha?
No, I hate kombucha. National Hugging Day, National Peking Duck Day. Oh, my God. National Hot Buttered Rum Day.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah. And then, surprise, surprise, National Bagel Day is sponsored by Einstein Bagels.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. So there you go. National Selfie Day.
Well, going along with my National By Michelle Car Day, I've been going up to Dallas a lot, and I'm on that monstrosity Dallas North, North Dallas Tollway,
Yeah.
I think is what it's called. What a crazy highway system they have up there. But as I have gone up there the last 3 weekends in a row, it seems like whenever I hit past that toll, I'm getting a text, and it's telling me that my toll is overdue, and it's like, obviously use this little
But you have
link.
a toll tag, right?
I have a toll tag, right? So I don't know if you know this or not, but most recently, our toll tags are now managed by the Harris County Toll Road, and so
Okay.
you'll get, it'll say HCTRA or whatever, and so they're no longer associated with like the text tags. They are associated with the text tag system, but the way this text is set up, it almost makes it look like your text tag is not working anymore, and so you have to pay through the Harris County one. But it's an SMS text phishing scam known as smishings.
Schmissings?
Yes, smishing.
Oh, geez.
And it has been occurring since April, and it's fake text tag notices. It's asking people to pay by a certain date to avoid heavy fines or suspension of their vehicle registration. Logan got one. He was in Houston. Same thing happened. He's like, Mom, why do I keep getting these? And he ended up going on Reddit, and he realized that these were a scam. It's asking for payment via a link. TextTag and TxDOT are aware, and they're working to dismantle the fraudulent website. So they're going through systematically and trying to. TxDOT says they do not send
Text.
emails or SMS texts. They do send texts, but not SMS texts regarding unpaid balances. Legitimate texts come from a 22498 number, and so they're asking you to either report it to the texttag.org, or you can also report it to the FBI. But I
think my dad got taken by one of those because
Oh.
he drove to Lockhart when he got. It's so funny. He drove to Lockhart to get his car registered. He lives in Jovie. And he drove all the way to Lockhart. But he got on the toll road and he was like, I was doing 90 miles an hour and people were passing me. And he just told me about a week ago that he got a text saying he had to pay a toll, and he paid it. I hope they didn't steal his credit card info.
They probably did steal.
Dang, I'll have to talk to him about that.
Yeah, you need to talk to him. So in 2007, the Texas legislation passed a moratorium on all new toll roads, but and I have talked about this before, but it was riddled with exemptions and allowing many current toll projects that were already there to continue. But the Texas Republican Party, their platform for 2024 was, and here we are, 2025, for abolishing all existing toll roads and prohibiting future construction. So I'm all for that, but I mean, let's work on doing away with property taxes like the state of Florida wants to do. And
that sounds like that has some momentum.
I think you and I need to do a deep dive on what's going on at the Texas legislature right now, because there's a lot of, I think what's going on in the national news right now is not getting as much attention as what's going on in Texas, and there's some
I think
turmoil.
there's a sort of a undercurrent well, not really a coup, but there's an undercurrent in politics and government right now about, and this has come from Trump, like him or not, where we're not doing things the way we've always done it. We're going to look at everything can be under scrutiny. You can look at everything, and if you're saying, well, this is the way we've always done it, that is not an excuse to keep doing it.
I agree with you.
We have so many things that have been layered upon layered upon layered in government, from local all the way up to federal stuff, that is just redundant and needs to be cleaned out.
I've always been a big supporter of Governor Abbott, and I think this school voucher thing is really stupid. And he's like doubling down on it.
You've really come 180 degrees because you were all for school vouchers.
I was for school vouchers the way they presented it. And then once I started doing kind of my own research and got out of the echo chamber a little bit, I was like, this is dumb. You know, why are we doing this? Why aren't we having...
Do you agree with the concept, though?
I do agree with school choice. I believe that anybody... Yeah. I mean, I don't think that somebody should be stuck in a district or in a school that is not fitting the needs of their child. Now, that's why we moved out here to Dripping Springs, because my kids were going to Baranoff and Bailey, and my oldest was dyslexic or is dyslexic, and I felt like the class sizes were too big, and I felt like I wanted to come to a district that was a little bit smaller, and we could get a little bit more attention. Well, now Dripping Springs is exploding.
I know we don't feel like it, but we are wealthy enough, affluent enough where you had the option to do that. Yeah. There are many, many families who are just barely getting by that have to send their kids to crappy schools. I don't think that's acceptable.
No, I don't think so either. And
I think there are schools, maybe not. I think there are a couple schools on the east side of Austin that where like more than half the kids are graduating and they're not competent readers and they can't do simple math.
Yeah, I agree.
And they're graduating. That's ridiculous.
I think school choice definitely needs to be on the table, but I don't think that this option is the best option. I don't think the school vouchers is the best option.
I mean, I think it's going to be one of those things that the exact right formula is going to be really hard to come by.
We don't get to vote on it. You realize that, right? We don't get to vote on it. The people that we voted for get to make that decision.
Well, that's the way representative government always works, though.
Well, but that's stupid.
Okay. Well, I have a little lighter story. You know, I was talking about that book last week on the episode. Dr. Casey Means wrote Good Energy, which I just finished. Fantastic. She gets a little woo-woo at the end, which I'm not all about too much, but 90% of that book is really good. So this story caught my attention. It's from the Wall Street Journal. There's a consumer goods conference in February in Orlando, and investors and families attend this event. It's put on by the Consumer Analysts Group of New York, which the acronym is CAGNY. People get to hear from executives of food and beverage companies and cosmetic companies and how their business is going. But one of the highlights, or lowlights, as if you want to call it that, is this. It's a 10-minute
grab and go.
Grab and go. That's what it is. All of the manufacturers come. There you go. Look at that picture. I don't know if everybody on live can see that. But the manufacturers come with hundreds, if not thousands, of little samples of their products.
Look at all the people there's like all these people that are in line.
Yes. So what happens is it's like in the middle of the week, and it starts at 2:50, and they have a rope, and everybody lines up, and at 2:50 they remove the rope and somebody blows a whistle, and for 10 minutes you get to grab as much of this crap as you can. And the list of stuff is...
Yeah, I want to know what's on there.
I'll give you a couple things. There's Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, there's Pirate Booty, there's Dots Homemade Pretzels, Skinny Pop, Jolly Ranchers, there's Oreo cookies, you can see some of the stuff there.
I'd go for the Dots. I like Dots. Well, I like pretzels.
You know, I'm actually okay with, some of this candy stuff, but not to this excess. And what ends up happening, people come with bags, and there's no limit. If you want 200 Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, you can grab 200 Reese's Peanut Butter Cups if somebody else doesn't get them before you.
That just doesn't sound like...
It reminds me of Christmas at Walmart when they have a TV for $50 and everybody beats the crap out of each other. They actually say before, you shouldn't bring your kids because there's a good chance your kid will get an elbow in the mouth by somebody. These people lose their minds. And so two things. People come with an empty suitcase to have enough room to haul all the crap back. And the conference sets up a FedEx booth where you can take your bags and pay to have them FedExed home.
What?
Your bags of crap.
Well, I was watching, I saw one of the videos over here, and they actually have makeup and stuff too.
Yes, they do have cosmetics, but most of the people are grabbing all the candy and cookies and things like that.
I'd go to the makeup. Do you know know how expensive makeup is? It is so expensive.
I have no idea, Michelle.
It's very expensive.
I have no idea.
It is.
I believe it.
It's crazy. And like I've realized.
That's why I love being a man.
At this age, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just slap a bunch of shit on my face and just hope it looks good.
Yeah. I don't know how you do it.
Although I scared you yesterday, I wasn't wearing makeup yesterday.
You didn't scare me. No. The one thing when I was reading this story, all I could think about is just diabetes waiting to happen. It's like how you get 100 or 300 Jolly Ranchers, you're just destroying your body.
Free will. Let them do what they want. Let them eat cake. Right?
Yeah, well, I know, but it's like that just feeds into like this basic primal nature, right? It's like get as much as you can. Everybody get out of my way. It's like I don't know. It's just kind of creepy.
No, it's weird.
Yes.
It's weird. But I don't know why they wouldn't just be fair and they'd say, okay, you can choose 5 items.
Or give everybody a goodie bag.
Yeah.
Give everybody like 4 or 5 of each thing, and that's your little gift bag. Because isn't that what they normally do at things like that? You go to a conference and they give you a little bag, and it's
like
got a little bit of
issue.
Yeah, it does. But anyway, so if you want to go get diabetes and get fat, go to the CAGNY, whatever it is.
Well, I don't have to go
Orlando.
to the conference to get diabetes and get fat. I can do that from the comfort of my own.
You can.
But wait, so like. You eat all the candy here.
You know what?
You are the candy
I know. I've got a sugar tooth, but I try to do it in moderation.
Okay.
I would have Reese's peanut butter cups. I know. Boy, yeah, that's pretty hypocritical, wasn't it?
When you eat a Reese's peanut butter cup, do you like just bite into it?
I put the whole thing in my mouth.
Really?
Yeah, I put the whole thing in my mouth.
Like when I eat a peanut M&M, which I don't really like peanuts, but if I eat a peanut M&M, I like to eat the chocolate off and then I eat the peanut.
No way.
And
That's too messy.
If I eat a Reese's peanut butter cup, I like to eat the whole outside and then throw the inside away because it's peanut
issues,
butter.
Michelle. How do you eat Oreos?
I don't eat Oreos.
Oh. Do you not like Oreos?
They're not my favorite.
When you did eat Oreos, did you twist them apart and eat the white part first?
The white part off,
yeah, it's too much work. Just pop the whole thing in your mouth.
You know what my favorite cookie is? Believe it or not, Fig Newtons.
Is it really?
That's my favorite cookie. And Thin Mints.
I actually have always really liked Fig Newtons, but somewhere along the way they started putting high fructose corn syrup in them. So
I don't read the.
I know.
I don't read the ingredients.
Sometimes it's better not to read the label and just live in bliss.
Yeah, you and I had this whole conversation yesterday about seed oils, and I'm like, I'm more confused than ever. So what did I do?
Well, seed oils is pretty easy.
I went and had McDonald's French fries.
Oh yeah, there's no seed oils in that. Actually, I think of the list of ingredients, seed oils is probably the most healthy thing they have in there. That's funny. All right, well, we're going to take a little break, and we're going to get Joan Daniels from Dream Catalyst in here, and she's going to tell us what she has going on. So sit tight. We'll be right back. Nice.